saying that we would be live in a few minutes, but then my volume will be back up and Neil is on. So you got Neil's voice on TikTok in the background. Because, well, we don't have enough subscribers yet to get Neil on TikTok doing lives.
I'm just not that popular. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. You guys have to start going to Neil. Neil, put your TikTok name in here. So everyone that pops in, if everyone that pops in today clicks over to Neil's profile and hits yes, if we hang out here for an hour, we can probably get you up to 1,000 today. So what are we doing here is the question. It's kind of my general question in life, really. But what we do here is we kind of talk all things GLP-1, lifestyle medicine, habit change, working out, nutrition. None of this is medical advice. Okay. I kind of joked in the in the description. None of this is medical, legal, financial, or relationship advice. So I just take everything here with a grain of salt. This is a nice little chat, nice little happy hour. Actually, more like a little lunch hour. But this is, this is where we talk about all the things. That's exactly it. So, yeah. So I was waiting to tell you this, Neil, until I hopped on here because I figured, what the heck? These people need to hear it too. So, if you've been following me, there's been nothing to watch because I've been on vacation and completely neglecting my social media people. So I'm sorry for that. Part of that is because I had fallen back into some really pathologic behaviors with food. And so today's Monday. And if you know me, new to your channel, hey, I got new people. All right. So yeah, we're annoying sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I get real excited about what we do, and so does Neil, and we kind of, wag our tails. So I've been on Mounjaro since July of 2022. I take it every Monday, except for one day where I totally messed up and decided, I'm not going to take it. That was dumb. 4 days later, my food noise was so bad, I was ready to just, rip doors off. Well, that sort of started a cascade. Shocking, I'm sure, right? That I fell back into the same grooves as before. Then we had a ton of chocolate. I bought more chocolate. It progressed past the ice cream even, like. So, and that's kind of how I know those are my levels of drugs, right? Am I going straight for the sugar, or does it have some sort of redeeming quality like ice cream? Nope, just straight for the Hershey's. So, today I had a little bit left over of Empower, not leftover, like it would have been a low dose, which would have been fine had the low dose been useful for me, but I didn't think it was going to, so I was going to do 7.5. But because of what I had left with Empower, I combined that with a Mounjaro pen. And I did 9.25 today. So we're going to see how I feel tomorrow.
What's your highest?
Highest ever.
You haven't gone over 7.5 before.
Okay. That's the highest ever. I've never gone over 7.5. I think I got close to 8 once on a compound dose. But that's by far the highest. So I just need to interrupt the drift, right? I need to. So, I'm up 9 pounds. I'm up 9 freaking pounds.
I think it's okay still.
I mean, and I get that, 4 of it's probably food weight. I get food, inflammation, water. It'll come off, but it won't come off if I keep doing the same stupid crap I'm doing. And it's making me miserable, right? It disrupts my sleep. I go to bed later. I get up later. I lose a lot of productivity, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That's why you messaged me at midnight last night.
That's why I was up. That's why I was up doing stuff, looking at stuff. Well, actually, then I was up at midnight because I was looking at, I was on Discord for a while. Because somebody had some questions on Discord. So I went there and answered those questions. But then I just was there connecting because I thought, this is what I've missed, right? Because we went on the cruise and then we went to do the run with my dad, and I don't regret any of it. It was a great time. But I didn't have the connection. If I don't have that connection with my people, I don't do as well, right? I can't keep anything I don't give away. So we're back. Your Monday motivation. Monday motivation with a big old stab in the abdomen. Kick in the pants. So we got lots of TikTok comments. Do you have okay, Neil, can you watch that chat over there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking over there. Um,
Oh, are you on TikTok too?
I got TikTok and Facebook pulled up,
Okay, great.
and
Oh
and
God, I
and
feel you. So this I lost 70 pounds on keto 5 years ago, gained 60 back. Yeah. Usually it comes with its friends. Good job on not gaining 70 back.
yeah, but I mean, we're gonna have periods like that. You know what I
I
mean?
know. I know.
They're a
I mean, it
tool.
started
The
with the
drugs are a
Christmas cookies,
tool. They're not. I mean, they're like a miracle.
sort of.
You know?
Yeah. But you got to use it in conjunction. Like you can't, like I can't. Okay, let's just, this from my experience. I can't keep eating chocolate, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks all day and expect my body to number one feel good. And I can't expect the drug to override that. Like I just
Yeah.
it ain't that good. It's just not. And I'm not saying like your diet has to be perfect. You always yell at me for that. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm just
Mm-mm.
looking for not in the toilet.
80/20. All you need is like an 80/20. You
Not
know?
20/80 because that's really what I'm doing. I'm doing the 20/80 plan right now. Well, actually no, today I did eat one thing unplanned for breakfast. First thing that went in my mouth was unplanned because I have no control. I'm a compulsive eater, man. That's how I roll.
Well, it's hard. Like I hate protein in the morning, but like I do so much better if I just suck it up. I'm like, okay, just do what you're supposed to do and go have that protein shake,
Yeah.
and I'm good.
Yeah, I
You
no, I
know?
agree, and I did. So I had, you can tell I don't have my necklace on, and it's driving me crazy because I don't have it. Um, but I made these little fluffy pancake bites for Matthew, and he didn't want them. So the human garbage disposal here said, "Oh, those are tasty. Let's eat them." But instead of leaving it just at that, I added the protein shake with them. It kind of a larger volume of food. I took my shot late this morning because I
Yeah.
overslept because I stayed up late last night. But I made sure I had the the protein shake with it. Um, oh, can we talk hair loss? Yeah, absolutely. It does stop. Um, I actually there we go. I'll show you my Muppet hairs. So this is how long ago mine stopped right here. Um, and I've been at a stable weight for a year. Okay, so relatively stable within 10 pounds. Um, yeah, it's been a year. And the hair loss slowed probably 3 months after my weight stabilized and then started regrowing. But I have if I let my hair like just do it, I literally have like Muppet hair. It's not attractive. Not attractive at all.
Yeah, I think most patients stop complaining about the hair loss eventually, especially after they hit maintenance, they start eating a little bit more normal. It's just that typically it's so dramatic in the beginning where you're eating so little.
Yeah, and
You know?
that's Greg actually asked me a week and a half ago, "Are you losing weight or hair again? Because I got hair everywhere." That's my husband. And I said, "No, neither." Um, Thanks for not noticing the stretching of the pants. Um, I pinned this comment because this is something I don't do because I just assume that everyone's here is like our people and hangs out with our annoying selves. But yes, I am a doctor. Um, I did not stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, and I don't play one on TV. Well, I kind of play one on social media, but yeah, I am a doctor. We have a clinic here with Neil, and Ashley is in the background. Neil, you can hear his voice, but you can't see his face unless you go
Can't
to
see me.
watchams.com or our Facebook group at amspublicgroup.com. Um, we have a medical practice with 6 providers. We are not just a weight loss pill pusher type of practice. We are a full on lifestyle medicine practice. Neil and I are both nutritionists. So, um, we 2 out of the 6 providers are nutritionists. One is board certified in obesity medicine. That would be Dr. Galdamez and not me. I'll get there. I'll get there. And I'll berate myself until then. No, it's just I'll get there. Um, and I think Courtney's going to go for her lifestyle medicine certification. But yes, if you want to be our patient, go to amstelehealth.com, hit be a patient. But scroll down and take a look at our states first because we are not in all 50 states. We are not like we're not a large venture capital backed like weight loss group. We are a medical practice. We're like a doctor's office. So where you when you walk into a doctor's office, we have like front office staff and we've got back end nurse staff and we've got providers who do medical care, and we all work together to take care of you just like a regular doctor's office, except we don't have walls. If you're in Michigan, hell yeah, we got you.
Yep.
Went to grad school in Kalamazoo. Dr. Galdamez is actually from Michigan. So she has Michigan as well. The best healthcare group. You're amazing. Thank you. That's our goal, actually. Our goal is to
Heck yeah.
be, take care of everyone, which means eventually we'll probably have to get all the licenses. But you know what? Let's just not do that today because I can't.
Oh, yeah. Who reigned? Not California yet. It's
Not
a tough
California.
one because they really limit like compounded medication being shipped into that state.
Yeah, the compounded medications, sterile peptides. Now, that being said, if you go with, Join Mochi, Join Fridays, we usually send people to Nicole Baldwin, who is at mytelehealthconnect.com because I know her, or Maribel Campos, who is on Push. It's M Campos is her push code because now they both do California, but California can't do sterile peptides. So if you want to do like Zepbound with the coupon, the savings card coupon, like you're clipping it out of the paper with the savings card, putting it in your little envelope with all the things. But yeah, if you want to do that, like, yes, this is a medical practice. So like, we don't just do compounded. We don't just do brand name. We don't just do GLP-1s. But it's just a very large part of what we do because once we calm down that food noise, you can actually focus on other parts of your life. It's kind of nifty. And yes, I've been on Manjaro since July of 2022. Compounded tirzepatide here and there in between. No, Idaho. What are our states? Ready? See if I can do it.
Let's do it.
Texas, Florida, New York, Michigan, Ohio, close to Idaho, but not. Only in name, not in location. Virginia, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Arizona, Alabama, Louisiana, Indiana. Is that it?
You say New York?
I did say New York.
Okay.
Yep.
Then we got them.
Speaking of New York, oh shoot, what time is it? 1:00. Yeah, a little bit of weather Buffalo's getting. It's a little crazy, a little crazy. So you can't ship compounded tirzepatide or semaglutide or any other sterile peptide into the state of California by their laws because they like to protect their people.
And isn't Mississippi and Louisiana kind of doing something similar now?
Mississippi, Louisiana, and there's like 2 other states. I got to look in the Join Mochi Facebook group.
Yeah.
Because Myra mentioned that the other day that they just lost their provider. It was Red Rock, I think, is who they were normally using for compounded.
Yeah.
And they backed out of 4 states because of their loss, even if they were doing video visits. So, which is because that's the thing, right? So Louisiana, the problem with the legislation, when we weren't taking Louisiana is because we weren't doing video visits at the time. Then we decided to add in a complimentary quickie yearly video visit so we can really establish relationships with our patients. That's for us, not the law, because that's what we want to do. How long can you stay on it? Favorite question ever. I'm not going off unless I develop multiple endocrine neoplasia.
Yeah, and I think even with pancreatitis, we'll just kind of let your pancreatitis calm down and then start back on.
Yep. Yeah, I don't plan on ever going off.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you can come off, not you in particular right now. But I have lots of patients that have like lost their weight and made some lifestyle changes and are successful off, continue to lose weight off the medicine and or kept it off. Some have come back,
yeah,
because it's hard. And it's not so much like the eating, it's this constant thoughts of food. Like some come back to get back on like tirzepatide because they don't want to think about food all the time. They're not really gaining weight. They just are tired of always thinking about food.
Tired. Yeah, it's really, really tiring. The food noise is epically tiring. It is so tiring. It's hard. It's really hard. Okay, so I got to get Pamela's comment because she said she bought Ozempic and stopped because no weight loss from AMS. So first of all, we don't make Ozempic, we don't make Wegovy, we don't make any drugs. We are not a dispensing pharmacy or a drug manufacturer. We are medical people. We provide. I'm like, there's a better word for this. We provide medical care. So if you were on semaglutide with us, things I would ask, things I would need to know is first of all, what was your dose? How high did we get you? The weight loss doses of semaglutide don't in the studies did not hit until 1.7 and 2.4. So that's a long time to wait for people who want immediate Manjaro type results. So a lot of people don't go with Manjaro because or tirzepatide, right? Depending on what they're doing. We had a Manjaro coupon for $500 or whatever until December. I don't even know what it is right now. I meant to look. But again, I would prefer prescribing Zepbound for people for weight loss because it is FDA approved for weight loss and Manjaro for diabetics. Unless your insurance is going to cover Manjaro, then go with whatever your insurance covers, right? It's like saying, no, I can't use Macrobid. I have to use generic nitrofurantoin because my insurance will cover it. Whatever, your insurance wants me to do, I can do as long as it's the same equivalent drug and it will first do no harm. But yeah, because if you're on like 0.25 or zero point 0.5 of Ozempic or semaglutide or Wegovy, Rybelsus is dosed differently, so that's different. So is Saxenda.
There we go.
Um, we need to do stuff. Like we need to
Yeah,
go up. We need
Pamela, yeah, she understands. She didn't go up that high on the milligrams. Yeah, and I've only had, like, with semaglutide in general, I've only had one patient not respond to it. And then when we switched,
yeah.
we got the max dose, did not respond, switched to tirzepatide, and it's still slow.
Some
But
people are. It's a
it's on and
battle,
off, but it's slow.
right?
But yeah,
I
some
need to
people
make
are
my.
lucky and they can take those low doses forever and lose weight. I have one who's lost, what is she, at 136 pounds and has never gone over 10 milligrams of Onduro.
That's insane. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's amazing. Well, I mean, I'm 50. I was 55 pounds down, 50 pounds down, whatever. I don't know,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. And I never went over 7.5.
Yeah. So
You
recently.
know, does it mean till this morning? Does it mean that I'm going to have to? Oh, I have a heart.
Oh,
Sorry. um, now, does that? So here's a question, right? Does that mean my body's getting used to it, and I'm going to have to keep going up and going up, going up? That's not what I have found. I have found once I can get my brain under control on a higher dose, I can back down to my maintenance dose of 5. Once I get the protein, get my sleep. My sleep sucks big fat donkey balls right now. And I look at my ordering and I have like all this broken sleep, and I'm like, what the frig? Well, I know what it is. It's between my brain and it's everything, whatever. It's all the things. But once I can usually back it down because I actually had a friend text me yesterday and say, am I going to have to get am I going to get used to this? And I said, it's the holidays. Those cookies weren't going to eat themselves. We did what we did. And he's my neighbor actually. And he's like, if you need more chocolate, I can bring it down. I'm like, don't, do not drop off chocolate at my house. It's like dropping off heroin at my house. Don't do it. Probably like that too. Less migraines and joint pains. Can I tell you how much joint pain and back pain? Everything hurt. My whole left side hurts. Like bad. My elbow hurts, my shoulder hurts. I have this weird ankle feeling that like I can barely bear weight on my ankle. You'd think that would be enough to make me stop eating sugar, right? It's not how this works. All right.
well,
Yeah. So Pamela, if you still have some, you'll try. Pop in, shoot us a text
yeah.
because we'll still take care of you. Shoot us a text, and then because say like let us know how much you have in milligrams, like how much you have, how many milligrams you have left in that bottle. We can get you restarted, and then we'll just kind of we'll ramp you up. We'll kind of this is like your prior care that you already paid for, and then then we'll get you to a point where we keep going. Like that's the thing. I want people to have absolute like the most amazing success. Like I don't care if you stay on it forever, like financially for me, there's plenty of people we can find to help. I want you to do whatever it is that's going to keep you like sane upstairs, healthy downstairs. Like, I just, how do you get your insurance to cover it?
Oof.
Oh, okay. So my I said the word downstairs, and that's what gets me age restricted on TikTok.
Nice.
I can drop the F bomb and nothing happens at all. I say the word downstairs, and whoa, you better back that down. I meant like below the neck. I meant just not my brain. That's hilarious. I can swear all day, and that I've never gotten that before. Ooh, I just got rated R for the word downstairs. Let's say it.
Pervert.
I know. Jesus. We get 14 porn pictures a week on our public Facebook group, and I get dinged for that. Yeah, I'm not the one posting the ass pics. Fair warning. Just delete those and block them for me, please. How do you get your insurance to cover it? If your employer has not chosen a plan that covers weight loss medications, you may be able to get it covered for something else like PCOS or insulin resistance, a lower BMI with hyperlipidemia, but then you're still looking at if your employer even has the availability to cover it. It's all based on the plan. Weight loss drugs are nowhere to be found in my plan. So
Yeah. They really clamped down on the insurance companies after January 1st. Like that weird Blue Cross Blue Shield thing where now you have to do this Weight Watchers plan and attend like 11 out of 13 seminars. And you have to log your walking every day with an average
with
of
their
5,000
Fitbit,
steps a day. And
yeah.
you can't just like fudge it like, I was about 6,000 today. Nope. You have to log your Fitbit in to the system.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Correct. Like you'd have to buy a Fitbit. So here's the thing: like you spend $50 on a Fitbit. I don't know. They used to be $50. I went through like four of
Yeah.
them because I loved them. So you spend $50 on a Fitbit, right? And then you spend whatever it is on Weight Watchers, right? And then you spend 3 months on that waiting, where you could have 3 months of weight loss, which for me, 3 months of weight loss was about 25 pounds. You could have 25 pounds gone, feel like a rock star, a downtown rock star, downstairs rock star. Here, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. But you could be 25 pounds down in 3 months, put that money toward compounded and say, F you. Sorry. I don't have anything against like traditional medicine. For those of you who don't know me, I was trained in emergency medicine. That is my primary board certification. First, do no harm, right? Save your life. The rest is gravy. We're just saving your lives differently now. So I have nothing against medicine, like traditional Western medicine. I have nothing against it. We've made great. Obviously, I inject myself with the shit every day. Well, every week. And I take Motrin a lot. But I have nothing against it. It just frustrates me that they want you to spend time, right? We can make more money. We cannot get time back. And I understand they want us to prove we've been dieting. For real? Blue Cross, where have you been all my life? When I went to my primary doctor in June of 2022 and said, I can't stop eating. I'm gaining weight. I'm nearly obese. My BMI is 29 and a half. I don't know what to do. And he said, eat less and move more. Well, if I could eat less, I wouldn't be here asking you for help.
Yeah, but if you had called your insurance company, they would have said, well, go to some Weight Watchers meetings and here's your Fitbit and now you'll lose weight.
Yeah, because I haven't tried that before. And I did. I did lose weight sometimes when I did Weight Watchers. I've probably done Weight Watchers. My mom's a lifetime member, and she was a leader for a while. I've probably done Weight Watchers, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in my life. Because it is a good system for keeping track, right? Like, oh, go to bed happy I didn't overeat. Isn't that that's a damn good day, right? We're going to have one of those today.
Can you imagine though having a really good like weekend, like a Saturday, and you walked all day long, and then your Fitbit just won't register it, and all those steps are just gone?
Oh, do you have to start over again for the 3 months? I bet.
I'm sure if you screw up, I'm sure you do. But can you imagine just not uploading for you for whatever? I mean, I've had expensive Garmin's, and sometimes they won't upload data. It
Yeah.
just disappears.
That one. So yeah, Greg's marathon at Disney.
Yeah.
Like that race, the live track didn't work and he could not get that data to upload. I mean, he had the data, from Disney, so that was good at least. But he lost a marathon. It's a $450 watch.
Yeah.
Oh, nice job on building muscle. I'm looking through the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
And someone ready to see what dose I can maintain on. Yeah, maintenance forever is a tricky thing. Some people it's dropping down one dose. Some people are just able to drop down to the lowest doses and use it as a little
Some people
blankie,
go up.
and some go up on maintenance. You know,
It's the holidays. Is it safe to be on Manjaro for over a year? These drugs have been around. This class of drugs has been around since 2005 was the first FDA approval of one. So the studies were, however many years before that. We started studying the actual GLP-1 receptor right around the time I was born, 50 years ago. I know, right? When the dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's all good. It's all good. So yes, I do plan on. I mean, I've been on it for a year and a half. um, so yes, and although they were initially approved for diabetes, like the initial GLP-1 receptor agonists, people have been on these medications for a very long time, 20 something years. Well, almost 20 years. Sorry,
yeah.
my
By
math.
then it's like 18 years now.
Yeah, yeah. Biduron, Byetta, same one, like
Yeah,
the same Saxenda thing in my bobber.
yeah.
Um, Now, I say it's safe if you don't have multiple endocrine neoplasia or medullary thyroid carcinoma, or you drink a lot of alcohol and get pancreatitis, or you have a history of gastroparesis with your out of control diabetes. That might not be your drug, or it might be. We don't know. That's one thing. Somebody said, I think it was Greg, right? Greg, who has come over to the dark side. He said, "So yeah, how many cases of gastroparesis have been prevented by these medications? Because they're getting people under control, so we don't see that." I commented on somebody's post last night about gastroparesis on Discord. Um, the gastroparesis that we see in the ER you don't ask yourself, oh, does this person have gastroparesis? You hear them retching and moaning from 3 states away because they are dying. It's not, oh, I have some stomach pain. It is they're dying. And I'm like dumping narcotics into an IV trying to get them under control. Anyhow, on Medicare, pay out of pocket. Awesome job investing in yourself.
Absolutely.
My dad has Medicare and pays well, okay, I buy him his meds, but we pay for his medications out of pocket because I like my dad and I want him around. And oh my god, and he rocked. We did a half marathon because it was cut. The race was shorter, which I'm not complaining. And I had to pee, right? So I peed in the porta potty. Took me 5 minutes. Timed it on my watch. 5 minutes to wait in line and pee. It took me 30 minutes to catch up to him. He wasn't dragging at all. He was like, "What? I'm just going, doing my thing." I'm like, "Where was this guy last year?" So it's our last Disney, and I'm kind of bummed because we're gonna have to do some other races somewhere else. But yeah. So my whole point in this is he has Medicare as well and does pay out of pocket because the Medicare donut hole for Ozempic, Mounjaro wasn't covered. He was pre-diabetic and it would cover Ozempic. But by the end of the year of the last trimester, the last quarter of the year, his copay was like $900. I'm like, that's the price of the drug. And it was for 3 months, but because of whatever, I don't know. I can't. I just can't.
They're asking how
Um,
old your dad is on Facebook.
how old's my dad? 72?
70.
72? He'll be 72 this year. 71. Yeah, they were young. They were young and stupid. Uh, let's see. Hold
And then
on.
Dave's also asking, what causes pancreatic cancer?
Ooh. Alcohol, genetic predisposition, alcohol, tobacco, obesity. The number one related cancer in males with obesity is pancreatic cancer.
And just repeatedly getting pancreatitis. Not good
Hmm.
for it.
Yeah, anything that changes your DNA like that, right? You get a lot of inflammation. Mm. This is my super old mug. Speaking of old things that we're keeping around forever, up some old relics. Um, this is a Winnie the Pooh mug that says "Snow Day, time to play" because it's snowing outside. I'm not playing in it. I'm done. Um, okay, hold on.
Let's see.
Data says what works minimally. Hold on. Yearly blood work. Yeah, I need to get my butt in. Do I think Manjaro or Zepbound would be easier to be covered for maintenance? Zepbound, because Manjaro is not a weight loss drug, unless you're diabetic. I made surgeons rich. Yeah, yeah. I don't see Peg. I don't see what you said. Data said what works minimally, and I don't know what it was. So if you say it again, because I'm
I think in basic lab work repeatedly,
oh
we show the insurance company that you're
yeah,
like,
they don't
look,
give a shit.
they don't care, but like my cholesterol came down, my weight came down. Like you have data to show them like I should be on maintenance with this medicine, as opposed to like, nope,
It's
your BMI
getting.
is normal, you're fine.
I mean, it's getting better with Zepbound because it is approved for chronic weight management. So we're getting there. Oprah has 5.4 million share of Weight Watchers and still uses Ozempic. Well, see now Weight Watchers uses Ozempic too.
Now,
So
yeah, they
yep, I love.
realize that it's not just diet and nutrition; it has way more things
Well,
that are needed,
I mean,
and
it
there's
is diet
metabolic process.
nutrition. Like you can't do it without the diet nutrition. It's like
Yeah,
what Janine Ross said. It's not about the food, but it's not about the food. But it's not just willpower. It's not like I can say, if you tell me that I need to follow this point system, no shit. If I could eat like that, I wouldn't be here.
I,
Like that's the whole thing. I can't, and I can get a lot of crap done. I can get through 7 Ironman finish lines in 2/3 of two other ones.
you obviously
Like
weren't moving enough.
I wasn't moving enough. I need to eat less and move more. Whatever. Whatever. Ay, ay, ay. Exactly. Exercise and dieting data shows minimal weight loss sustainability. It is. It's just, and it's kind of disheartening, right? Like for me, it was. Like I look at Time Hop, and God, I see these pictures, and I'm like, ooh, try not to hate yourself with this one. But I feel really sad that I wasted so much time. I didn't waste the time. I spent the time learning. But again, it is this shift in perspective that I have to do every time I see a picture of me 50. Oh, how I love this question. This is perfect. How can I have a BMI of 37 and my blood work is perfect? Yes, mine too. So that's what prompted the movement of healthy at any size because like if your blood work is fine, then you're fine. Well, no, I feel like dog shit. Okay, let's be honest. I mean, I felt terrible. And just like now, I mean, now my weight's 126 pounds and I feel awful, right? So it's kind of like the flip side. How can I feel awful at 126? Well, because what I'm putting in my body is garbage, sewage in, sewage out, man, to quote Cocktail. I love that movie. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's it. It's, I had no insulin resistance. My lipids were off because my food intake wasn't good. Um, but if your BMI is 37, you eat more than you burn. That's the problem. I mean, that's it, period. Like you still can't get around the calories in, calories out, but you have to have a sustainable way to do it so it doesn't take over your life, right? Like Neil said, the food noise can't be there all the time. And you also can't have the orthorexia where and Neil from the bodybuilding world, this, that, well, shoot, I'm the triathlete. Shit, there's no difference. It's just a different cult.
Yes.
I'm so addicted to sugar. Yeah, you're not alone. Hence my 9 milligrams this morning. I gotta shut it down. I just have to. I didn't see your website link. Would love to set up an appointment. Where it says be a patient, amstelehealth.com.
Yeah, I threw it up there. This is the one that bothers me. Lori's, I always felt like a failure giving it so much effort beyond disheartening. Yeah, and unfortunately, when you go to see your doctor, he doesn't make you feel any better. He basically makes you feel worse by telling
Or
you
you
that.
must be lying about what you're eating. Weeks and weeks on 1,600 calories, didn't lose a damn ounce. Well, you know what I found out? My body needed much less than 1,600 to lose weight. I needed a medically supervised, very low calorie diet to lose weight. If you want
Well,
to know the technical
and you
terminology.
needed Manjaro to do its thing on the inside of your body with how you're metabolizing and utilizing fats and
Yep.
carbohydrates.
Yep. And that metabolic repair has happened over the last year and a half because think about this. I'm up 9 pounds, right? Probably five of it's, poop, food, poop, inflammation, right? There we go. Got to bring in the poop.
There it
Can't have a
is.
convo without poop. Um, but when you like, so out of the 9 pounds, it's probably 4 pounds of fat gain, right? And I'm looking at that percent body fat change on my scale. It ain't muscle, right? We're not building muscle here. And, but I'm looking at it. If I had done this for, I don't know, 8, 10 weeks before, 9 pounds would have been 30. Easy. But I've had a year and a half of that Manjaro metabolic repair. My body will bounce back probably very quickly. I'm hoping to God very quickly. I need a good night's sleep.
So
Yeah,
Lori's doctor said, if what you're telling me is true, with an eye roll,
not to
you
you, Lori,
know,
to your doctor.
feel free to find somebody who either understands these drugs or understands weight loss a little better.
Yeah. Well, and it is a bias. People call it, fat shaming, fat stigma, weight bias. Our culture has been cultivated, same root word, to think that if you cannot lose weight on your own, which what does that really mean anyway? That you're a failure, right? If you do Weight Watchers, that's acceptable. But if you do medication and Weight Watchers, you're giving up. If you get bariatric surgery, that means you're a failure. That means you want your life back. I used to poo poo bariatric surgery a lot more than I do currently. In studying for the obesity medicine boards, I've learned a ton, right? So that was a bias that I had even against bariatric surgery. Now, I would put everyone that is either having bariatric surgery on a trial of GLP-1s first for 6 months to see what they do instead of just the very low calorie diet. Because if people could follow a very low calorie diet like they're supposed to before bariatric surgery, so there was a study done a few years ago with a 3-year outcome before and after bariatric surgery. They put them on the same diet, and guess what? The outcomes were the same. So if you can follow the Berry diet, you don't need bariatric surgery. Like you gotta do the work up here. And it's not just willpower work. It's the receptors that these GLP-1s work on. Though anyone who's on Manjaro out there, raise your hand, or Zepbound or tirzepatide or whatever. Raise your hand and say if you don't have any more food noise. And somebody's going to say, "What's food noise?" God bless you if you have to ask.
See, I think we're a little bit skewed with the bariatric surgery is because we only see the problems. Like in emergency medicine, all you see is the problems.
Right. I know. There it is. There it is. Stand up louder for people in the back. I know. See, and Diane said she never had food noise, but her husband did. You, you see how disruptive I have the WTF lines on my forehead today. Um, it's like being in the ER all over again. Um, you see how disruptive that noise is to your life. I mean, look at even this, how much time this has taken out of my life, my day, my sleep, my relationships because of food. Anyway, I no longer crave anything. My go-to is always chili cheese fries. Food thoughts just don't happen. And that's how it was in the very beginning for me. And I am sure as crap that's what it'll be like tomorrow for me. It's coming like a freight train on this one. I need to get hit by the non-food noise train. The best thing in the world, not having it. Yeah, like how much more brain space do you have? And like, it's just, I don't know, it's just a godsend. 44 of my 54 years obsessed with food. Like that makes me want to cry. My kid just texted, do you know if school's canceled? No, I don't, but I'll check.
What, for tomorrow already?
Tomorrow.
It's a little cold.
Well, apparently my other friend just texted and said, check out the amount of wrecks on Google Maps. I'm like, I don't
Oh
know.
wow. Yeah, but you and I are from the north, so that's like nothing. So it's a little silly.
It's totally unrelated, but did you see what they did in Buffalo to get the stadium cleared?
No.
At 4 a.m., they were paying people $20 an hour to to come and
Oh wow.
shovel out the stadium.
Well, yeah, they canceled the initial game because they were expecting 3 inches per hour.
They got it. Then the
Nice.
bad news is they're still getting it, but the game's happening in an hour.
Oh, I kind of want to watch that though because that sounds like it's going to be pretty
All
awesome to see
right.
all that snow, like having to play through snow mounds.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm watching. Okay, yeah. How does Ozempic compare to Mounjaro in relation to maintenance? Oh, Ethan's school is canceled already. Okay, hold on. He goes to public school, so guess what? Check your calendars. All right. Um, so in maintenance, I kind of wish I had the guts to try something else. Because I really would like to know the difference between Mounjaro and like Ozempic or, tirzepatide to semaglutide. For those of you, so if you're new, we'll do a little primer here. Semaglutide is Ozempic, Wegovy, and Rybelsus. Rybelsus is a pill. Um, Tirzepatide is Zepbound and I know Mounjaro. Either name sucks. It's whatever. So I don't know, how does Ozempic compare to Mounjaro in maintenance? I think it's really too individual to say. Neil, what do you think?
It is. I have patients saying that they take semaglutide and they have like loss of food noise, even though theoretically it shouldn't really give that to you.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, I think patients are overall happier with tirzepatide, Mounjaro, Zepbound because it
Hmm.
has gets rid of that food noise craving kind of thing. But they are both amazing drugs.
Yeah. Diane said she went to maintenance with liraglutide. We've had people with liraglutide lose 50 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. We only have one place that does like compounded liraglutide, and cost wise, you're better off to use semaglutide.
Hmm.
Overall, it's a more effective medicine for most people. So
But the liraglutide will also be generic. So hopefully we can prescribe it off label and get it
yes,
generic.
compound is still expensive. I'm hoping, yeah, it's dirt cheap when it comes out.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. I'll try If it's dirt cheap, I'll try it.
But you're scared of shots, and it's a daily, isn't
I don't care.
it? Yeah.
Like, if it's an auto injector, I'm fine. Now that being said, I would probably have to get a lot more stable than I am. I'd have to go through the next holiday season um, better than I did this one. It wasn't great.
Well, my kid's school's canceled tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep,
All
just got
right.
the text.
All right. Waiting for text.
Hmm. All right.
Hold on. All right. I'm sure ours will be one more vacation day, vacation. Um, I don't mind. One more day to get homework done. We had to make up homework for being gone. So,
So did we. My kid got it done in like one night.
oh, there it is.
You know, he's
There's
got
the
it.
text. Yep. Uh, okay. My mom actually texted me this morning. This is food related. I will say this is school related. There it goes. Um, she's like, I'm not leaving the house until I need bananas. I'm like, screw that. I'm Instacart bananas. I have three more. We have three more left. My husband eats a banana every morning. Speaking of which, so let's talk on habits, right? Because my husband is like the habit king. It's just it he was in a tough spot. And the only thing that got him out were habits. And those habits have been built and built and built. And he has like he's got a brick shit house of habits that once he has built them brick by brick, right? They keep out the wind, they keep out the noise. They are a very solid structure. And I think it's critically important to understand, even if you're having trouble doing it, that the big rocks that we talk about, protein, sleep. I want to do five big rocks. Let's see if we can do them. Protein, sleep, stress, um, movement. What's the other one? Hydration. There it is. Wait, wait. I'm
Hydration.
carrying I'm carrying my drink everywhere now. Um, but yeah, because those rocks have got to have, and I've got to hydrate today because if not, I will feel like real bad tomorrow. On the 9 milligrams. Don't try this at home. These are trained stunt professionals.
Don't forget those electrolytes.
Yeah, no. I actually just got my body armor light case yesterday. And the thing is, like, so on the habit thing, I don't know why it's so hard for me because I could eat the same thing every day. right? Like every day. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. Granted, I would prefer if it's pizza and tortilla chips.
Cadbury eggs, mini eggs.
If I can make it through Easter. So Easter, yeah, Easter was the first shit show. Last Christmas, I didn't have trouble at all. Like I had a couple of Christmas cookies and that was it. This year, I pounded sugar like it was the friggin' apocalypse. Why? Why? What was the issue? I'm a compulsive eater.
Victoria over on Facebook is asking if we can take the meds orally. So there is an oral semaglutide called Rybelsus. We do have, I believe, one of the compounding. No, not yet. None of our compounding pharmacies have it yet. There's one that's coming out with like a generic. Like
Power has the
Rybelsus.
troches, right? But apparently they taste terrible. Is
Oh,
it
does it?
Empower? Somebody does. They're
Okay,
not
yeah.
worth the money.
No,
If
I
you
mean
hate shots, just don't.
it's a once a week shot. I think even people who are terrified of shots can do that shot. Ashley is
And if
terrified
you
of shots. My wife,
well,
and she can. I do them for her, but they don't hurt.
yeah. So, in like if you're like me and you would rather have the auto injector, right? So say for example, you're on a high dose of tirzepatide and you'd rather be on an auto injector, the price isn't going to be that different between Zepbound and the compounded. So just go Zepbound, use the savings card. I need to see if we can get it yet because I want to get a box. I moved out of the Fortnite lunchbox though.
What?
I did. I bought like a plain adulting lunchbox so my kid could have his Fortnite lunchbox back.
Oh, I was about to say, but don't get rid of that.
Oh no, I'm not getting rid of it. No, no, no.
It's
I'll let him use it. Can't use it on Medicare. No, you cannot. That coupon, that is true. So yeah, if any federal insurance or if you don't have insurance, you cannot use that savings card. So that's a very valid point. Sorry about that.
mhm.
So yeah, you'll have to draw them up and you can't do the grab and stab. Oh, unless you want to pay $1,000, then you can do the grab and stab.
Yeah.
Scared of needles. Yeah. So
Was
what I always tell my patients in the ER, if you weren't scared of needles, that would scare me because they're pointy and they hurt. If you liked them, that would be creepy. So that's what I always tell. I know I'm such an ass in
I've
the
seen
ER.
grown men like sprint out of the ER because they have to have lab work. So
Yeah.
we
Well,
don't do
I
needles.
can't
It's
do
okay.
needles. So why did you
Yeah.
show up? Because pretty much everything we do here involves me poking you in some way, shape, or form.
Somewhere,
Right? Something's
hopefully it's
getting
with a
poked.
needle.
Yeah, the needle's the easy part. No, I know. And it's a very valid fear of needles, though. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
belittling it at all because it is a valid fear, right? It's creepy. Like, so I don't like giving myself the shot. So I literally have to, and I don't do the quick stab either. Nope. I don't ease into the pool. I ease into the pool like a weenie. I do not do a quick jab with the needle. It's just me. But I have to pinch the fat so that it hurts a little. Like it just provides that little, like it's a little painful. And then I poke the needle in, not quickly. Nope. Probably hurts more. Don't care. I don't care about the pain. It's the thought of the needle that gets me.
Yes.
So I have to do it my way. So find your way. So we should do like different videos of people injecting. It would be terrible, but
The first
hilarious.
time.
Be like, here's me. Okay, hold on. Wait. I got my reading glasses on, of course, because I'm old and can't do shit without them. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I literally pinch it till it hurts. And it's like,
I
it's
pinch, they
terrible.
inject.
I'm a weirdo because I don't mind needles. That's awesome. I mean, it's easy. Yeah. My husband or daughter gives me tirzepatide. I pinch, they inject. That's hilarious. I used to watch people injecting compound to hype myself up. You got this. I really wonder what they're going to do about the Bills game. Sorry. I'm distracted. I don't own a Buffalo Bills shirt. I got rid of them. I mean, 4 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, like, what do you do? That's when I stopped really watching. I couldn't take it anymore. Now I'm like starting because everyone texts me. Like my friends text me, my family text me. Are you watching the Bills game? Nobody will. Don't suck me in. It gets me so depressed when they lose.
See, I'm similar. Like, just go over to Cleveland and look at that amazing football team.
Same shit show, you know? Same shit show, different armpit. I live there too. Oh, I exhale
I'm
when they
sure it is.
inject. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but that's just it, right? Like, you gotta do this, like, on your own terms. I think if you do it on your own terms now, unless you're like me and like the grab and stab, then I'm like, do it. Well, even today. So here's like today's dilemma with, okay, I had 4.25, and then I was like, shoot, I should have done like half that and then done the 5, right? Because I wanted 7.5, but I couldn't figure it all out. So I just injected the rest that I had from Empower. And I was like, so do I do a 2.5? And I'm like, well, that'll only get me to like 6.75. What if that's not enough? And then I got all freaked out and terrified. Hence the 9.
Yeah, and I hate their dosing too. It's like what, 8 milligrams and like a ml or 2 ml. It's something weird.
17, well, Empower is 17 mgs per mil.
Okay. Yeah, it's something weird.
So I'm like, okay. And then I have the old Axel from when they screwed up. So I've still got 1 ml. So I've got 10 milligrams in that. So I'll use that next probably. Oh, except I'm going
Oh,
out of
and
town.
Empower is one of the compounding pharmacies that we use. They're I think the largest manufacturer like the compounded semaglutide in like the country of the world is when I talked to them last.
And they're the most
They have a huge
regulated as well,
facility, and they are. Yeah, they're actually a 503 facility, which is very difficult to find.
which makes them my favorite. Even though their dosing is screwball and I have to sit there with a calculator. So yeah, so the pharmacies that so the way this kind of works is because a lot of people I've seen on the internet, on the interwebs lately, um, they'll ask, "Oh, what pharmacy do you use?" We do not use Hollandale. I'm tempted to check into them again. Last time they were using compounded salts. We don't use pharmacies that use salts. So, um, but they very likely change because everybody uses Hollandale. So, um, but so yeah, that's why my pharmacy is Revive. We tried to get an account with Revive, and they never got back to us. No, we do not only use 503A pharmacies because they're real hard to
They
find.
don't have very many, but they're all accredited and they still meet certain certifications. I'm not worried about any of the pharmacies that we use.
Yeah.
We
So
pretty much have used them all. One of us at some point has used every pharmacy.
yeah, I need a there's one in New York City that I won't use. Um Shame on Revive. Try again. We might. We might. Did the influencers using Valhalla Pharmacy have been all over my all over like a cult? Um,
That's weird. They popped up when I was looking at, but I couldn't get a lot of information from them, like from their website.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is these we do need to keep doing more research on what's out there. Um, Even one of our pharmacies, they're not my favorite for some of the practices that they have. But they're also my only option for Virginia. So I don't see anything dangerous. If we see something dangerous, they're cut off right then. So that's so IVEAM is a healthcare provider. They are like us, but way bigger. They're like venture capital type deal. Um, I say that like it's an STD. Um, but yeah, IVEAM is like Join Mochi or they're providers. So they'll prescribe the medicine and then they get the medications sent to you from compound pharmacies. Kind of same as we do. We're just a small practice. Do you strongly prefer tirzepatide over semaglutide? Um, I am team tirzepatide.
You
I'm
do.
not I you know why though? So I am it's like a blankie for me. Food used to be my blankie, still is sometimes obviously. But literally within hours after I took my first dose of tirzepatide, because it was brand name Manjaro was my first dose. Within hours, I had no food noise for the first time in conscious recollection at age 48. 48, 49. I don't know, somewhere in there. Um, whatever I was in 2022. Um, but literally within hours. Like it was literally like, so being in a crowded room, and you know this if you've done this, it was like being in a crowded room and all of a sudden you can't, it's quiet. Like it was the most bizarre phenomenon. So yeah, I should probably team Terzepatide. Hi, Amanda. Hey, Mandy. That's hilarious. Amanda hates the name Mandy. So Neil calls her Mandy all the time. Amanda is our other green team nurse practitioner. Um, I'm in Wisconsin. Do we sell some compounded semaglutide? So we don't sell any drugs. We do collect the pharmacy fees on behalf of the pharmacy and pass it through because it gets you a better rate. So therefore, you pay less money. Um, but we are not a dispensing pharmacy. So we just collect funds on their behalf and then batch pay them because then, like I said, it gets you a discount. I almost said Salt Lake. South Lake actually charges twice as much if the patient pays themselves. That floored me. I was like, well, then no, we'll just do it for them. Um, yeah, it's hard to tell people until they experience it. So anybody out there, do you still have food noise with semaglutide?
Some do. So, from my patients that I've talked to, and some don't. They theoretically should still kind of have it. They should just get fuller faster. Um, but with Grimlow, we do Wisconsin though.
Yes, we do. And we need to figure out, we will figure out who's shipping to Wisconsin pharmacy wise, because Empower is no longer as of today, apparently.
I thought Axtel still did.
I think Axtel still does. And I don't have any trouble. Sorry, the terzeptide is kicking in. I'm like, and there you have it. Okay. Where's the water? Um, I've been on Axtel. I don't have any trouble with Axtel stuff. I don't have any problem with them looking like they're in the ghetto because they might be. I bet rent's cheap, and I
I
would
think they're
prefer
just
they
out in the middle of
are.
nowhere. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably. Um, South Lake is expensive, and that's half of the price if you were to pay yourself. Seriously, ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't realize I had food noise until it wasn't there. Yes, yes, I was like, what the hell's that? Like it was insane. It was insane.
Oh, conflicted on switching. So she's yeah,
Zeppy. Zeppy's a cute name.
yeah. If you
Sorry.
I guess the question is why would you be switching? I mean, if it's working well for you, I like to keep with things that work because it's possible Monjaro doesn't work as well. Plus, there's that washout time where you're switching medications, and you got to get the dose higher to it's actually an effective dose for you. Grandma, oh, I'll put it in the comments, there, Grandma.
Put it in there. Thank you. I pinned it. I
Okay,
pinned that comment. Oh yeah. Expect text. This is going to be rough. This is going to be real rough.
I can't type for anything today.
So it's as much as name brand. If you have commercial insurance, you may be better off going for Zepbound for $550 than South Lake. South Lake gets anything at the high doses of tirzepatide gets expensive. All right, so YouTube and Facebook are ending in less than a minute.
Ooh,
So
nervous.
Neil will still be here in the background on TikTok. Amanda said, "I love
So
the quiet."
if you want to see me, you got to go follow me.
So yes, Neil, put your name on. Well, Neil will put his name on TikTok again and again and again.
I just clicked our link so they can click my name and give me a
Yes.
follow.
And if you go to amstelehealth.com, we have a pop-up that is annoying and will stay there until Neil gets all of his people. Bye, Mandy.
Bye, Mandy.
It'll be done in 18 seconds over there. So yes, it does get very expensive at the higher doses. I am not, I don't know. I say this all the time that I told, okay, so here's